We are now going to teach you a more complicated selection where there are far too many cities for the selected state, making selection difficult. We need to turn those cities into a manageable list. To do this, we've added a calculated field called index which gives us the first letter of every city. We've also added a global field called g-index. This is another related value list, displaying all of the index letters for all the cities within the selected state. When we select an index letter, the G-city field only displays cities within the state that begins with the selected letter. This requires a new relationship and a modification of the filter script. We will show you the list of all cities within the state. Then we will use the G-index field to reduce the number of cities for selection. Don't worry, it isn't complicated. You will also learn a couple of advanced concepts that you will be able to use in multiple ways. We've just shown you how this actually works in practice. Now we are going to step through the process. In the relationship graph, we add a new relationship called city index. This relationship allows us to see all cities within the state that start with the selected index letter. The G-index field uses a value list called city indexes. This displays all of the index letters that are in use. If there are no cities beginning with a letter, that letter does not appear in the value list. This ensures valid selections. The index field is on the left of the city name, but you really don't need it. Click on the field G-city and duplicate it. Select drop-down list in the inspector and create a new value list, cities for index. Now apply a hide condition to this new field. Click on the original G-city field and add this hide condition to it. Position the two G-city fields one on top of the other. That's all there is to it. I told you it wasn't complicated. Using related value lists to isolate a set of records is a great technique but not always practical. If you have a particularly large data set or are working over a wide area network, you need to perform a regular search instead. FileMaker has its own quick find but I never use it. Instead I'm going to show you a very powerful technique. It uses a custom function called highlight from the Brilliant Ray Cologon in Australia. We also need a calculated field to search on as well as a global field, with a script trigger that fires every time the field is modified. Let's take a look at it in action. Every time you type a letter in the search field called G-search, a script trigger searches for any records that have those values. The search is taking place on the calculated field. We've also added a calculation field for each data field using the highlight function. Any fields that contain what is being typed in the search field displays that value in red and in uppercase. Those fields are set to not allow data entry and are hidden until the search field has something in it. You can edit the actual data by clicking onto the field you want to edit, even though you are looking at non-editable calculation fields. Displaying the search criteria in red allows users to quickly focus in on what they are searching for. Like many things in FileMaker, this appears complicated but is very simple to implement.